think of the European culture?
I think it's great. European culture is quite different from Australian culture, to be honest. I think Australia is sort of grasping for culture.
What was it like growing up in Australia?
It was. I don't know. Look at me now. I guess that's the answer. It was good. It was great. I guess we grew up sort of in the public, you know. We started together as, teenagers.
And you went to school together. Were you guys normal teenagers, or did you have any problems?
Excuse me. Yeah, I think I suppose we're pretty normal to a point. I guess when you get to about 15, 16 or so, and you start to decide, what you're on about, what you believe in, and what music you like, and that's where all the trouble starts, you end up in a band.
Is that what you wanted to do when you grew up, was to be in a band and be in a rock and roll band?
I suppose, otherwise we wouldn't have done it, if you know what I mean. I think everybody makes their future, and, it's like welcome to wherever you are, because you got there.
How different is the Australian culture from the cultures that you've come to know?
Well, Australia's a very new culture. It's about one of the newest cultures there is, and for us, coming to Europe it's everything you read in books and see on television and see in movies. So it's not as we're not as blasé, I suppose, to the average European. It's very exciting the first couple of times.
Australia is multicultural, really. It really is. Every suburb or neighbourhood has every kind of food. I mean, there is Italian, Greek, Thai, Japanese. Chinese.
Italian culture in Australia. So, but it's a new culture. We get all the new cultures that have come for a new life.
Many people come from places like this to own a house with a yard.
Get some space.
Yeah, so a lot of Australia's major cities suffer from urban sprawl.
What about your first kiss? How was that?
Great.
Yeah. Sort of. What, you mean with someone other than my mother?
Yes.
Right. Yeah, it was wonderful actually. I kissed a girl in the swimming pool under the water.
And
her name was Trudy.
Trudy. Hi, Trudy.
How about you, Michael?
I can't remember her name. I think it was Mary. And I fell madly in love. It's really embarrassing for a while there.
Yeah.
It was great.
It's funny,
Discovery is wonderful, of course.
Young boys tend to what's the word? I don't know. They sort of tend to shun or acknowledge the fact that they like women at an early age. In Australia, anyway. They get very easily embarrassed about it.
What do you guys think about these clonies that are coming out of Australia, like, the U2 clonies, the Elton John?
Yeah, the ABBA.
Exactly.
Bjorn Again and that sort of thing.
INXS, they don't have. Do they have a clone yet? What do you guys think about them? Do they look like you guys?
Kind of, but we met them. They came to one of our shows, and they're really nice people. And it's a compliment. It's great, I suppose.
We may actually even take them on the road. To do the first couple of songs, and hope people won't even realise that it's not us. But don't tell anyone.
What kind of music is born out of a land down under? I mean, what kind of influences did you get when you were younger? And definitely AC/DC, I would assume. But
yeah. I saw AC/DC play in school dances I was about 14.
A lot of Australian music when we were young, because music. People didn't come to Australia to tour all the time, so and we sort of grew up with video. We've had it since the '60s, and radio plays is unsegregated, as in America. So you grow up listening to everything.
Yeah, we really get everything. We don't have particularly nationalistic music scene. It's quite open, whether it's Aboriginal music or country or.
So you're open to all kinds.
Pretty much, yeah. It's quite healthy.
What about your free time? often our public asks, what do these rock and roll stars do with their free time?
I don't know. We've all got different answers to that, I suppose.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to remember.
Free time, what's that?
I enjoy being a cowboy.
Jackaroo.
It's true. Jackaroo, yeah. Out on the farm. And I enjoy fishing. I enjoy producing other artists. And my family.
I'd say that's enough.
That'll do.
Yeah.
You've had more holidays than me. In more time off?
All in a week.
All in a week.
What do you guys think is your worst defect?
Worst defect?
Yeah.
Kirk's fashion sense, really, when it comes down to
His ability to make a crumpled piece of clothing look incredibly well ironed. My skeleton for me.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a bit hard to say. We've been around for a long time. If we've been around for a couple of years, I could say, well, that was really strange when we did that. But we've kind of grown up with this whole thing, and it's sort of second nature to us. And we've done all kinds, I suppose, to us embarrassing things, maybe not to other people. You know. We laugh at it.
I think we've made some really shitty videos and some really good videos.
Can you guys tell us, like your most embarrassing moment artistically? What could it be?
Madison Square Gardens in New York on the X tour when the smoke machines got stuck on and we couldn't even see each other or the audience, and I don't think the audience could see us, and the lighting desk broke down, the sound desk broke down. It was pretty embarrassing.
How do you guys deal with success? Is it easy for you, or does it have its complications?
It has its complications, of course, but I think most people's lives have their own complications. It's just relative. Doesn't really. We don't really know the difference anymore.
It's true. Also,
I don't want to sound jaded, but
our definition of bubblegum. Our definition of success has probably changed a little. I think now success for us is writing music together and playing music together after having been together for 15 years.
What about the mass media? What kind of relationship do you have with the mass media?
Well, it differs from place to place and from time to time. In Australia, people are very down to earth, I think, and they have a certain sort of, I guess, desire to bring someone very big down, So you've got to be careful not to appear too big there, which is kind of the complete opposite to, say, somewhere like America.
yeah.
How well do you guys get along? I'm sure you get along pretty well, but what is it that keeps you guys divided, if there is such a thing?
Usually miles.
Yeah.
I mean, we all live around the world now.
I don't think it's so much. We're not so close together on a kind of daily sense that we're going to be arguing with each other on petty things, but it's really just virtue of the fact that we've got our own lives and we've grown up and we've got families and whatever, we do what we like. That's not a bad thing, that's important.
If you guys had the chance to press the button and eliminate one person from the face of the earth, who would you eliminate?
Jerry Falwell?
No.
Saddam Hussein.
Why?
Well, because I think he hurts a lot of people. I don't like anybody that hurts people intentionally.
How about yourself?
I don't really...
Target now or what?
Yeah, right.
No one's going to want to travel with me.
I'm not the kidnapping ransom.
No, actually, I love the guy. Good guy. Just a joke. Just a joke.
I don't know. I really wouldn't like to be able to push a button to get rid of it. I think nature does that for us. I think nature does that in the long run. It takes care of the undesirables, like us, perhaps.
When I say get rid of him, maybe I mean put him on an island somewhere. You can be happy there,
Do you have a piece of clothing, a hat, a shirt that you're particularly attached to? Yeah, fond of that might, remind you of some time.
I've got tons of things, but I lost most of them. Being on the road, I just lose things all the time. And watch this. No, I really do. It's terrible. I've still got a couple of things. I got that T-shirt I had since about 1978. My fetish T-shirt. When I used to wear sort of more punk clothes, I suppose. And that shirt costs us a lot of time and money occasionally. So I'd leave it everywhere. It's terrible. It's just a rag now. I've got it framed. It's a great shirt.
My favourite piece of clothing is a G-string that my wife wears sometimes.
What is your biggest fear in life?
Biggest fear in life?
I hate to talk about it because I feel if I talk about it, it might happen. So I can't say.
How about you, Mike?
I think to be without at least one love in your life, someone to love you, to be lonely, I think must be a terrible thing.
Are you in love now?
Yeah.
With each other.
I am. I do love to.